Did you know the word doula is actually a Greek word that means woman who is a slave or a servant to another woman whilst they're in labour? That is the true meaning of what a doula is. And today I'm talking about my favourite topic. Doulas are, what they do, and the role that they play in creating an amazing labour journey for the woman that they support throughout pregnancy, throughout labour, throughout birth and beyond to the post-birth time. Every doula, though, comes with a set of skills, and not all doulas are the same. Not all doulas will offer the same resources, skills, education. Some are childbirth trained, some are not. The role of a doula is to support the mental, physical and emotional during labour, but this often occurs before the actual labour. So I myself, as a doula of 28 years, I feel my best work is done prior to the birth itself. So the birth is secondary. The preparation time is the most positive and powerful time, I feel, as a doula, to help my clients understand everything that birth is about. That is the gold. And if I've done my job correctly as a doula, as a childbirth educator, as a hypnosis practitioner, I've got my client into such a great place mentally, physically and emotionally. And I've also trained up their partner, their support people. I don't supersede any support person or partner. I'm there as an additive. I'm there as a bonus. I'm there to help everyone in the room feel absolutely supported mentally, physically and emotionally. I help the partner to feel supported, to feel calm, to feel relaxed. And did you know that research shows that a doula's presence can reduce the caesarean rate by 50%? That is because the skills that a doula advocates and teaches prior to and also assists with during the labour actually helps women stay off cascade of intervention, stays off that techno-medical model of birth and reduces the need for interventions. So that's what a doula does. They emotionally and physically support the woman 100%, encouraging them to breathe and surrender and let go, reassuring them, helping them with labour positions, massaging them for hours on end, helping them run the bath, get into the shower. There's a continuity of care that begins at the very onset of this experience of the woman who's pregnant saying, I would like to have you as my doula. So that's where it really begins, right at the beginning, sometimes during the first trimester, and then all the way through to post-birth when Bubby's, been in the world for 6-8 weeks. So that's the length of time that a doula offers their care and support. So it's a long-term support for you as a woman. And it's something that's dearly missing in our society because a lot of mums-to-be, new mums-to-be, pregnant women, do not have their own mothers around to support them, which is such a shame. Now, during the labour also, the doula is an advocate for the birth you want and desire, helping you to make informed decisions, encouraging you to make those informed decisions. And you're the bridge between the medical and the natural. So the reduced need for interventions occurs. One of the most beautiful aspects of having a doula on board means that basically the partner can feel calm and relaxed about seeing their partner in labour. Research shows that having a doula present helps the partners to be more engaged, more relaxed, and more willing to contribute because they don't feel like the pressure and the stress is on them to have to perform. That's the beauty of having a doula on board. It also helps them to feel guided in making the right choices. But remember that having a doula on board isn't about the doula stating what is right or wrong during the labour or making decisions for you. Having a doula on board is about you feeling empowered enough to make the good decisions that you want to make for yourself. And you can run it past your doula and say, hey, what do you think if I do this now or I do that? And the doula can guide you. But of course, it's not a doula's role to interfere in what your labour and birth looks like and how it proceeds. So a doula's not there to make all the decisions for you. That is not what a doula does. We are basically in the background supporting you mentally, physically, emotionally, and basically helping you to have the best experience of your life. So that's what a doula does. Now, one of my clients wrote this testimonial for me, and it was from one of the dads. And it was a big thank you for the support and guidance during this amazing time in our lives. Your direction helped me to be the best support person I could be to my wife and my partner. And you helped us create the most beautiful, loving birth experience. You gave us the confidence during the labour, but also to become the best parents we could be. So that was one of the beautiful, heartfelt messages that I received after being a doula. So where does your partner fit into this? Well, they are first and foremost present during your labour and birth. A doula does not take over. The only time as a doula, in my 28 years of being a doula, that I have been the number one support person is if my client has decided not to have their partner present. And then I'm literally the partner. So I take on that role. The idea is that you work side by side. And if labours go on for a long time, sometimes the doula is needed to take those physical demands on of massaging for hours and hours and helping the labouring woman to change positions and get into those good active positions and stay there. That's what goes on. So another beautiful testimonial that I had was one of the dads said, you helped make this be a three-way experience. It wasn't just me and my partner. We worked as a team, and I really love and appreciate that you were there. You gave me this great understanding. What did he write? The doula was an additive to the experience where we felt we didn't know how to negotiate or navigate through the hospital system. You made it seem seamless. So that's what a doula can do as well. Other testimonials have been about the childbirth education. Thank you so much for preparing us for this beautiful labour and birth journey. Mitch writes, your confidence helped us through this transition into labour and into parenthood so amazingly well. Thank you so much for making the birth so smooth and loving and unforgettable. You're a legend. Keep up the energy and empathy. So I have hundreds of testimonials like this as a doula, having attended over 450 births over 28 years. I know doulas make a difference. So if you feel that you need that extra support, that's why you employ a doula. Okay, because remember, a doula is hands-on and they're there to support you mentally, physically, emotionally, whereas a midwife, they're there to do all the medical checks and to write the notes and to do the baby heart rate monitoring throughout the labour. So they do all the medical and clinical things. A doula doesn't do any of that. Not unless they're midwifery trained, but usually they aren't. That's the difference there. I can't stress enough the importance of having a doula on board. It will really make your labour experience incredible. Not only that, post-birth, if they offer post-birth support as a doula, as I have for 28 years, I help with breastfeeding, I help with full recovery, with tips on, how to look after the baby, how to look after yourself, more importantly, because it's tough. When you've got a new baby, it's tough. you're sleep deprived. Some days you feel you're lucky if you get out of your pajamas by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's the reality of having a new baby. Doulas really are the bee's knees, I think, in support for women and couples for their labour and birth journey. And I'm so blessed and privileged that I have got to attend so many births over 28 years. It just blows me away that I've been able to offer this service and to be there helping women create the birth they want and desire, and also empowering the partners and support people along the way as well. That is ultimately what being a doula has been about. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Please give me the thumbs up. If you want to reach out to me to talk about the doula aspect of the work that I do, please reach out to me, comment below, and I'd love to hear from you or ask me a question. I'd love that. Okay, thanks very much. Bye for now. Love your way, birth your way.